Yes, you do, and Chad has given a ferocious YTB out in favor of the Renegades. So let's see how this map pans out. I'm hoping for a close affair. I want this to be the full 30 rounds. And I mean, if that happens, it very well could be Renegades taking the victory.
Yeah, knowing some of the closes the mousesports fail to get and have had problems doing so already in this series, Harry, losing 16-14 on Nuka map. They were so far in the lead in, but now they have to fight back on the third. It's Inferno, it's that T side, and it's mousesports moving through the apartments. We have Carrigan in middle, setting up the flashes to get these players out. 4 players on A right now for Renegades, so numbers are in their favor, but the trades are also working wonders. Dick Stacy getting one, and Sickle on sight can't stop Frozen. That can allow the bomb plant now. mousesports with a chance. Carrigan's cutting off this mid-rotation, and he's got Dexter out of Banana. That's all the utility gone here for Renegades, and Dick Stacy stuck between two, has to try and force a fight.
Oh, just as he goes back to look towards mid, the peak comes out from Frozen, and that there is the round. I do think for mousesports, and particularly on Inferno, this is a map where you're maybe going to be looking towards Frozen to have a bit more impact. I remember when he made his debut, when this squad was all brand new, and I think one of the first games I ever saw them play was on Inferno. The top performer there was Frozen, dropping something like 32 kills. I don't know, it was unreal. And since then, you know, never really had like a high height like that, but he's always been someone who on this map you can look to create some space, particularly over on this T side. And I think that's been the one thing that mousesports have been lacking, right, is that consistent bit of firepower in this series. And a lot of that coming down to Woxic kind of going quiet on us, right? Instead, it's been Chris J fielding some big margins, Rops as well, back on train. So now let's see if we can have a few more of these shining stars light up the sky. Renegades, not really talking about them right now, and that's because it is one of these force buys. With that said, they've had a terrifying conversion rate with these. mousesports have got every single pistol, but I feel like about only 50% of the time getting away with this this anti-eco in the second.
Yeah, we've had eco wins on both sides of things, really. mousesports getting some crucial ones back on Nuke, but right now they are down a man and make that 2. Sicko with the scout on the site is putting up damage, and Dexter's going to get 1. Rops now alone, but he's so low. Missed scout shot. Nice bait peek from Rops, but he doesn't know that there's a third man here. Dick Stacy buying time, and Inz is coming round mid. It's going to be a round coming through for the Renegades, able to win that force by, as you say, Harry. It's the advantage towards the top of B, and they close it down on A. That's that opening kill obviously going in their favor, something that Chad talked quite a lot about coming into this game, in the sense of Renegades, at least as Greyhound, having 21 opening kills last time these guys played that map, as opposed to the 6 of mousesports. It's something that mousesports are definitely going to need to look to, which is often facilitated by that AWP, right? But Woxic having a bit of a slow start to the series. Maybe Inferno is where he'll find his footing.
And I think that's one of the things with this mousesports squad is when you look down this list, it's a very terrifying set of names where every player can have their moments and step on up. But I think, you know, when you look at like the core of the firepower coming from Rops, Woxic, and Frozen, when I look down that list, and I do find myself saying, okay, but if ever 1 or 2 of these guys aren't showing up, can they fill that more supportive mold? Can they be there to set up the old guns like Chris J, who we know can still deliver massive performances in the server? And that's where I'm not too convinced. A lot of these rounds for mousesports, even back on train where they fared a lot better, have felt a lot more like individuals getting openers and playing as individuals as opposed to a very cohesive unit, right? You think back to Nuke, there were so many flawless rounds against mousesports, and that's terrifying because that just means you're not getting these trades, you're not having players playing off of one another and dealing with your opposition when the kills come in. In this round, it's only Rops left. He's got this Deagle, and he'll get put down. So 1 kill found for mousesports there, and they're forced by in round number 3. And now it's back to the drawing board as only the Glocks can be mustered in this round.
Yeah, mousesports looking to catch up as they sit a round behind. Going to have eco before that point, though, so a bit of a chance for Renegades to take some leads on the CT side, take some liberties. Rops is on the Deeg, everyone else glocked up here for mousesports. Just mid-fights going on. Not the most common stuff nowadays. You don't typically see Teams put a lot of pressure in mid, especially on those rifle rounds, knowing that the AWP can really just take reign over that portion of the map. Dex is holding a tight angle towards the bench here. And mousesports not going to be too pushed up. They'll go back towards B, knowing that the utility somewhat has been used by Renegades, but they've done a good job of holding onto all their grenades on this side of the map, knowing that mousesports, even if they rushed, they wouldn't have had a lot behind it. Now Molotovs can be used to deny this eco push, and going around the corner will send mousesports back. Allows Renegades to even flash back in and take control, but the grenade is great as it finds a kill. Another molly sections Karrigan off from his team and pushes him into the fight, into the firing line. Not working out too well for him. And one by one, these pistols are going to get made quick work of. Ooh, Woksig. Somehow dodging those bullets, I do not know. Ooh, there was a chance there, but In spots it with a jump, and he's going to clean up the round. Oh, Rops, he saw ahead for a second, but Inz's going to use that information to knock both parts of the boost off, and that will be Renegades starting things off strong on the third map of this series. mousesports coming back in with guns. What can they do?
Well, you take a look at the utility that they've got behind this investment, and it's not a whole lot. Most notably, I feel like they're going to be lacking these Molotovs, and that there could play into this, especially with a fast mid play now throwing in from Renegades. Oh no, mousesports just aren't ready for it. Welcome to Dexter's laboratory, and he's tearing them apart. This little experiment that Renegades throw in yields some fantastic results, and now 2-on-4 in the opening 30 seconds of the round. mousesports are left scratching their heads. That change of pace blindsides them. And they were already coming into this round with next to no utility. Well, now there's none, right? Those players die before they even get to throw any. It's just Rops on his own, a smoke in hand, the bomb under Renegades' control. He does get rid of Sicko. A very odd round. You will not see many rounds of CS play out like this, right? The bomb is down at the bottom banana. There's a player near T-spawn for Renegades. Malta's having an identity crisis. And Robs, 1-on-3, it's not terribly, like, his position right now is horrible. He doesn't know where these three remaining players are. All he knows is that they have numbers on the bomb, but he doesn't know how many, he doesn't know where, and so he's having to be so cautious about a potential player coming in late from A, you know, maybe rotating around, maybe someone who was just holding down in the pit in case this all goes wrong. And it's not until he gets that information that there's three players here. Now he knows where two are, and a nice shot, but that Molotov gets him from beyond the grave. Things are heating up in Malta, and that's a fourth round on the board for Renegades now.
Yeah, I wondered how much Renegades were going to bring CT aggression into this game, and I love to see them pulling it in the first rifle round, instantly catching mousesports off guard and throwing them into a whirlwind, right? If you're mousesports and you've just run that double eco, all you're thinking about is, okay, guys, let's go through the motions, get B, throw that molly at the top, hold mid, etc., etc. And, well, no one's even watching mid thanks to the Molotov thrown deep down by Dexter, and he's able to get behind two enemies and do some serious work. Thrown into disarray are mousesports, and a quick pause. Regin trying to hype the guys back up as they get into another round, but it's still only pistols. And that's always a rough spot to be in. We're likely going to see Renegades go 5-1 up, with mousesports having one rifle round played. And even that wasn't really, like you said, the most standard of rounds. So pistols, bit of armor, and some utility.
I love that decision from Renegades, though, right? Like, what a perfect way. You don't even let mousesports play their own game heading into their first full buy. You just shut it down before it can even begin. And so now mousesports are back in this period of limbo where, yeah, they've got some pistols, yeah, they've got some armor, and yeah, they've had success with this sort of buy in the past, but this is nothing you can rely on if you're mousesports, right? This is going to rely on you having a few players, a couple of individuals having these big moments, or Renegades to make a mistake, and they have not shown a tendency of making too many mistakes in this matchup thus far.
Yeah, they've even got Banana here. That can afford for an early rotate if they want. They might need it. mousesports speeding up the pace out through middle with the Molotov down, and Dexter plays around it again. He gets 2 before the trade is in, but 2 trades have been found, and mousesports might be able to get a bomb planted. If they do, there are kits for Renegades, but it's still going to be a difficult retake. Orp in the hand of Sicko. He finds a shot to Carrigan. Won't be the killing blow though. Low HP as he swaps out the guns and crosses back into the site. Dick Stacey getting caught by Woxic here, holding onto that bomb. And it's a double peek right now for mousesports. The trade should be there. Rops has found it. It's only Sicko left up. We talked about this Orp in the retake already. A bit of a liability, but that was a read from Sicko. However, the wall bang not connecting through that wall, and he will have to save. It's going to be a second round taken from mousesports. Renegades, they may have shown a fast pace on the CT side down middle in the previous, but mousesports do the same here in mid. And to think that was initially an instant 5-on-3 taken by Dexter, great recovery from mousesports.
And this, man, I feel like I'm like an armchair psychologist when I cast mousesports, because so much of it does just seem to be like the mentality of this team. Like, you look at them on paper, and I know this is the case for the analysts as well, and I feel like that's why they've got quite a hard task breaking down why occasionally this mousesports squad can't be relied on. And I think a lot of it does just come from in their own heads. And in my opinion, the fact that they always seem to find success in these like partial investments where they've only got pistols is because it's in these rounds you finally get to play almost like the underdog. And we know that's where leaders like Carrigan, where a lot of these players feel so comfortable, and you do just kind of play like you've got nothing to lose, because at the end of the day you really don't have a lot into that round, right? You don't have a lot riding on it, and that's where they seem to find so much success. Now that's brilliant if mousesports can rely on that, right? That is cracking if they can keep on pulling these out, but we need to see some more rifle rounds now on the back of it. We've got a chance for that here. They'll set up over towards this B site. Dick Stacey goes aggressive, flashed in by his teammate back in B. mousesports, they'll get the 4-on-4. They feel happy with getting that trade, but I doubt we're going to see the immediate B commitment, right? If you've had a player go through that smoke, not only has he got information, you're going to be deducing, okay, if they've pushed the smoke, the odds are there's a second man here at the B bomb site. They're not just going to throw away one of these 2 B players. So mousesports, they read this well. They head back towards A, and that will be the perfect situation to find themselves in. Just Sicko and Malta here.
Oh, Dexter began a rotation, but he doesn't commit with it, and that could have been so well timed for Renegades, as now only 2 players sit here. Sicko needs to let them up, but Malta will stop them up from the balcony. There's still a player in the apartments, but Rops is coming out into the boiler. It's been mollied. It's going to slow mousesports down on this attack, and that's bought time for a third rotation to come through. Dexter eventually here, but oh dear, mousesports going to go back towards B. They've got a player behind CT spawn. Dexter going to check for it, and Frozen's gone down. Now they can't commit to a split. They've just got to walk up short, and Rops is looking for this kill in the pit, but not giving anything up is Malta. I like the patience. More Molotovs landing in their face, and mousesports have got to commit through this, through the smoke, through the fire, and into the firing line. Sicko with another shot off that orb, and it's just Woxic left up. He'll get smoke spammed. It's a 5th round for Renegades on the CT side. Not letting mousesports into this half. And that will be at least money for mousesports, but not a lot of it. They would have loved the bomb plant here, as they're going to have to get bailed out by Rops and Carrigan dropping pistols. Very heads-up check as well from Dexter to watch the CT spawn, realizing there was a chance someone could get behind. If he didn't go back to check that, and that player comes in through library, they can immediately stop whoever's on the site from throwing down that Molotov and slowing down mousesports. But this round, they're not slowing down.
Yeah, once again, the pistols are back in and in full effect. This time, though, Dick Stacey and Inns, they've got this crossfire solidified. They've got it set up, and it's only Woxic, but oh, he's got the double. He's secured Banana. He's secured B, and now this bomb can look to go down. That's at least some money made for Mouse, but actually, he's going to first wrap the ruins. Look and see if he can catch a man crossing from the CT position. Renegades, they're split up. Malta and Sicko having to approach this from different sides of the map. This gives Woxic a timing where he's going to have 2 1v1s if he can find them, if he can deduce where these players reside. Smoking off Banana, planting open. He's got to watch out. He can't afford to cross at this site now, not with a player in CT. Instead, he's going to have to post himself up in the ruins. That's going to get smoked off. So now he knows one of these players is over in CT. Here's the flashbang on Banana. Woxic, he's been given a couple of breadcrumbs to follow. He knows where this trail leads. He knows where these players are. He's looking for this fight onto Sicko. Molly out, but he almost gets caught just about getting away. Oh, spraying down, and Woxic now into the 1v1. Molly on his position. Sicko's going to tap the bomb, and Sicko hits the shot. Is there enough time, though? It's so close, and no, there's not. Renegades don't get the round. Woxic all alone and nothing to fear because Woxic is here and a third round for Mouse on the board.
Oh, that got so dangerous. Woxic panicking when he got shot at as well. Threw that molly instead of onto the bomb, which would have just guaranteed the round win, but it went flying towards the back of New Box. He might have hit his jump bind key, and that almost loses mousesports the round. Luckily, Sicko too late to get that defuse. He gave it his all. He got the kill, but not early enough. And if anything, that's actually Renegade's own Molotov coming back to haunt them there, right? It cuts off Woxic on that repeat because he's so low. And as a result, there's nothing Sicko can do. He physically can't win. So really well played from Woxic. And that's going to be mousesports winning an eco.
But it's another one of these rounds where they do it with pistols, where once again, they just throw in this like Hail Mary. They go, all right, let's just rush B. And it works. It works again. Are they getting in their own heads in the rifle rounds a little too much?
I just think this ferocious style is so good for mousesports. I'd love to see it pulled in on rifle rounds, but it is risky, obviously. And, you know, the movement speed of the pistol certainly helps out sometimes, knowing you can just trade very quickly. I like that boost up, get Dexter into this balcony position. Such a powerful one for getting a free kill. It's the last place you're looking as a T walking out through middle. mousesports slowing down the pace now, knowing that Renegades have a full buy still. Malta's on a CZ, everyone else with rifles though. Smoke's going to come out on short. mousesports looking to hold off for the time being, not knowing whether Renegades are playing around that, not wanting to risk it. They're going to go back towards B, and that's a pretty safe bet here. You know that Renegades are likely only going to have 2 players here, so mousesports might just be able to execute into a 5-on-2.
And an important thing to note, this is one of the first rounds in a little bit where we haven't seen Renegades really try and push the envelope in terms of aggression. Now, they have re-aggressed into top mid. They get the information that this side of the map is clear, and so these rotations are already beginning over towards this B bomb site. Dick Stacy is just trying to buy time, and he's going to hide himself back at dark, but Robs doesn't even need vision. Gets him through the smoke. Bomb plant can come in. It's a 3-on-3. Renegades on for the retake. Are they ready for Sicko? So damn close. He's gone through that defensive smoke. Will get traded once again. It's Rops hot on the trigger down towards Banana. And in the blink of an eye, Malta, the last man remaining, into the firing line he goes. Mr. Cool keeping exactly that there as he locks in his 12th kill of the game and the 4th round for mousesports.
Something ridiculous is going on Inferno right now is that G2 ATK game. Close your ears if you don't want to hear spoilers, because G2 just got knocked out of the tournament by ATK, the North American and South African mix, 16-6.
That is insane. And I tell you what, man, I'm not even that surprised after how damn good ATK looked yesterday.
It's crazy, right? Oh, well, we'll get back to this because it's a mid-rush really quickly. Renegades actually finding 2 for 2. That's a good trade, but unfortunately past that, it will be a quick round for
If you want to talk about Sonic and Co, Hugo, now's your time to do it.
Yeah, very fast, right? Well, I've lost my train of thought. No, they started off on Vertigo versus G2, and they got wrecked. And I saw that, and I'm like, okay, they're probably going to lose now. But what a comeback from them, picking up the final 2 maps. And that means the surprise is winner of this game is going to go on to face ATK for a spot in those quarterfinals later on. That'll be our last game of the day here over on the mainstream with Henry and Alex up later. But wow, what a game that's going to be. We don't know who will be facing them, though. It's level pegging right now, 5-5. Inns has no armor behind his M4 as he's dropped over that orb.
mousesports this time not showing any presence over towards Banana, not even bothered with this side of the map. And this is going to leave them in a spot where they almost have to commit to A. This is going to be the A commitment with the bomb in apartments, no control, no fail-safe. They've got to find these entries because this is the only option they've got. Sicko keeps it in favor of the Renegades, but the majority of these CTs were over at that B site, so bomb plant can come in. Renegades are definitely going to give this a go, however.
Yeah, without doubt, man advantage, right? However, the lack of kit means they need to hurry up, and Woxic is cutting off an important point of rotation for the apartments. Dick Stacy jumping, and he'll just get wallbanged. Woxic going back, but Dex is already up further than his crosshair was prepared for, into the site, ahead of the molly of Frozen, and it's just Chris left up. He just needs to buy time. They have no kit, like said, and he's found a second, third in the round. Sicko closing the distance, and Chris closing the round. mousesports pick it up 6-5 on the T side, and it's Chris, the man of the match right now. He was unbelievably good back on Nuke, and showing up here on Inferno as well is what mousesports need if they want to head to those playoffs. Oh.
Once again, you know, they now, mousesports being they, very much back in the driver's seat. Been a while since we've seen them feel this comfortable, and it's only going to get better there with that kill onto Dick Stacy. Malta walking into the crosshair of Chris, and Chris is cross. The Mac Daddy's over here, maybe even the Daddy Max at the B side of the map, and Frozen will get rid of Ins. It's only Sicko left standing, and that there is the round for mousesports. 7-5, makes you want to jump around. mousesports feeling hyped, but now we've got the investment back in for Renegades.
Yeah, these T sides for mousesports are turning out wonderful right now. It almost feels like if this team starts on the T side, even though it's not really favored on a lot of these maps, they end up better off than the alternative, right? A dominant start where they get to control the pace at the very least. And more power to them. Renegades down, but not necessarily out. Sicko's on that orb once again here on the CT side. Fast play up banana for mousesports. Dick Stacy getting caught. He has had a rough couple of rounds, getting tapped through the smoke and blown out through the wall in the previous. Robs is looking for a kill, and he's found Sicko caught out on short. There is a trade from Malta and Apps, but it's too little and too late. Renegades only have one man back on A, and mousesports have read the situation well.
Yeah, they will group back up. Safety in numbers for mousesports, and that could not be further from the truth. For the Renegade side, they go over towards long, and there's always the chance that you try and wrap B, but I really doubt it, right? With no one at Banana, yeah, they're not going to go for that. And Malta was just waiting back in CT, so he's not going to have a chance to play into this round. Renegades, they were setting up in a way so that if mousesports either did try and wrap the CT side or just play into that B site, then yeah, they can try and defend it, right? They've got 3 players towards that side of the map, and if the play comes in towards A, then they just save, and this is what they were planning for. mousesports still, though, a lead under their belts, and they've now won out the half on the back of getting this round. An 8-7, the bare minimum for Mouse, and it might get even stronger with how things are looking in the server right now.
Yeah, 10-5 T-side on Train, if we remember back to that previous map as well of their pick. And Inferno's looking pretty damn similar, Harry. Renegades aren't going to have a lot to play with here. Even though they saved 3 guns, they are working off of just loss bonus. It does mean that, you know, they can drop over 2 more M4s and actually allow a full buy here, but it's not going to have full utility on everyone. Pretty much close enough, to be honest. Everyone except for Dexter is going to be fine. And even so, the only issue is the lack of AWP, but we've not really seen many opening kills for Woxic either way. He's 8-11, he's holding his own, but you would definitely like Renegades to have this AWP peeking down Banana and getting man advantages early on. Stem the bleeding a little bit, because mousesports' pace in these past few rounds has been ferocious. Molly's down Banana for the Renegades. They've finally taken some map control at the start of the round. Their utility is up, and mousesports are out of position. Frozen getting flashed through, though. Can't find anything in this smoke. The rest of mousesports moving up top mid in the meantime, so Frozen just trying to keep 2 players here on B.
Ooh. Bit of a standoff over at long. Dexter still hanging around, still looking for these gunfights. But it's the opener found for mousesports, actually. Trade is in, luckily enough, from Inns.
Ooh.
Rob's even almost catching that pixel angle up onto the balcony.
That's definitely a read. Malta's played this balcony position like 6 rounds in a row when mousesports have gone for these A plays, and Rops has died to it twice as well, so he definitely knows that Malta's up there, but he's re-aggressed and to his own death. Woxic getting that kill, but Sicko doubles up before Carrigan trades with the AWP. He's taken it. Low HP, Bogdan's Law coming into effect, and Inns is now alone. They don't know he's close. He can stop this bomb. He's dropped it out short, but he's gone flying into the site, and Rops is going to trade from the back. Great aggression from Robs, getting that wrap-up moto at mousesports. 9 rounds near the end of the first half, and not a lot of money for Renegades for this final buy.
And something that's a little bit troublesome is, you think back to that Renegades Astralis game earlier on in the tournament, and obviously, Astralis, best team in the world right now, I think it's fair to say. Bit of a different situation, but we can still draw some parallels, and that is there was a lot of exploitation over towards that B bomb site, and in particular, Dick Stacey was having a very bad time of things over towards that side of the map. Well, that's even continuing here versus Mouse, and they've shown a real tendency to look for this man advantage early on over towards that B bomb site, and they have been given that a hell of a lot by Mr. Stacey over at that inner bomb site. Now, the Mag 7 over in the hands of Malta. He's someone who loves to run this over in the apartments. Not uncommon to see him go aggressive or hold back on the balcony. In this round, he's gone deep, and he gets a lot of information, but is yet to really be rewarded from this aggression. That kill comes in, and this could put some pressure on Rops to make a move. Instead, Dexter comes to him, and now maybe even having the read that Malta's here. The Mag 7, ooh, good range for it. He's getting pressured, but there we go. Malta's going to deal with Rops, and now for Mouse, they've got no choice but to hit this B bomb site. They've lost all their players over at A, so they've got to commit to B.
And they didn't even see the boost on the first time into this site either. Those Molotovs held them back too early, so Dick Stacey catches one for free. Frozen now alone, and not going to be able to close it out. It's Renegades to at least close out the half with 6, but still, Harry, still mousesports are going to be pretty happy with that one. 9 rounds on their T side of Inferno. It's the 3rd and final map in the series. They lost it last time they played, but they're looking for revenge. They're looking for those playoffs. Will they be able to get there? You're going to have to find out. Stick around and join us after the break for the 2nd and last half of this series.
Sports, baby, leave the rest in our troubled minds. Let us go down and left her, baby, trying to figure out what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. Baby, leave it all for the faded hearts. I don't mind if they call us crazy, 'cause they don't understand what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. 'Kids no more. I need to feel alive in this dreadful town. I'm running out of time, and as long as you're mine, I wanna run away. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after.
9-6 right now in favor of mousesports. And a bit of a reminder that ESCA currently free to play during the duration of the Pro League. You can go over there, play your placements, play where the pros do, and get to try out some of those 128 tick anti-cheat provided buttery smooth servers. But Hugo, speaking of things that are smooth, how you doing?
Oh, I'm lost for words, Harry. So quick. I'm doing great. I'm doing pretty good. And mousesports, I feel like they're feeling the same as well. CT side start now, 9 rounds after their T side, and Woxic. That is what you love to see. The P2K coming in clutch. Such a good pistol. So undervalued. Chris, though, pushing Banana, and Renegades are waiting for it. They had a double setup for this exact reason. Dexter getting that kill with the P250. We know what he can do with that in these pistol rounds. And Renegades, where do they go from here? Back up through middle. Mousesports with 2-2 per site. Robs actually might decide to rotate. He's going in through CT right now. That could be bad timing. Woxic is seeing nothing. And Renegades have made a perfect call of going through the apartments. That's a one-line of sight mousesports don't have, and they know it. Triple B setup, that rotate is a long way away. Even though there's a kit there, Renegades are going to have so much time advantage over mousesports in this pistol.
And Woxic, he's got to consider that they could be in the site, but I don't think he's aware of just how deep they are. This bomb plant is coming in for short, and Malta does best the hand over towards short. So now 3v4 retake for mousesports. Anything but ideal, really. Carrigan. Oh, he is ready. I was going to say, oh my word, where's this come from? This was a 4-on-3. Dick Stacey trying to stand the test of time, and this Dick's not going anywhere. 3 kills for Dick Stacey. My word, he's going to get that pistol round, and he looks cool as ever, man. He just gives us a little nod. He doesn't even yell, doesn't even show a semblance of happiness. How? That was one of the fastest pistol rounds. Yeah. There was just so much happening in such a short space of time.
I couldn't even see that third player. I have X-ray on Harry. It's not even fair. Oh my God, the dick standing tall here for Renegades, and it's going to keep them in this matchup and this series. 7 rounds now as mousesports force things up on the CT side. Woxic with the scout down middle. Got pistols elsewhere here, but Harry, think back to how many goddamn ecos mousesports have won in this best of 3 already across every single map, every single situation. They finally lose an opening pistol round, but the force is, well, let's see if they break down these walls. Renegades with a man advantage, looking to stand their test of time into B. No one here for mousesports. Oh, sorry, no one on the A site for mousesports as they begin to rotate. This is going to be a full stack over on B, and this could be perfect. The only issue is, do mousesports use all their smokes? If they do, it might send Renegades back into that MTA site. So if anything, you don't want to see utility here from Mouse. Bait them in, tempt Renegades into the trap.
Oh, and they wanted them to fall for it. They have Robs up on the boost, and he rains down death from above. Celebration from Regin. He's screaming in their faces. And that there is another round for Mouse on the board. They are able to snatch it back. We finally see Renegades get a pistol, and then they get the mousesports treatment.
Classic, really. 4 spies, fantastic as always, and Robs. I mean, those shots from above are just pristine. That third one. What more can you do? Well, lose. Renegades, they're going to have to buy pistols here as well. They're going to have to do the dirty right back to mousesports, but will it be that easy? We'll have to wait and see. Chris is confident. He's just using a pistol. Carrigan's going to take banana. Woxic getting pushed off along with that scout. Flashing their way back into mid. Renegades could just execute straight through the apartments as well. Malta has that one smoke, which could go on the cart, but he falls back instead. Renegades waiting for this banana aggression. Do they expect Carrigan to be this deep, especially with frozen jump spotting? They do not.
They wanted to try and deal with him, or they knew they had him there, but then the re-smoke comes in towards the bottom of banana, and so they just can't. They don't want to go through that into the MP5, as it very weakly puts some shots down range. Can't help it, of course. It just sounds like such a tired gun. Like it's just ready to go home from the minute you bring it out. Guess I'm killing again, but Sicko gonna get one. The Deek's coming to life now as well, but the MP5 is still going. Ooh, damage done on the Deagle. Chris J said he was looking confident as he bought just the Deeg into this round here, and with good reason. He's there to put down Malta at the very, very end. The mousesports, they will get a conversion on the back of picking up that force bite in the round prior. No money left for Renegades, and so a chance for mousesports to build upon this lead even more.
Yeah, that's the rough side of winning the pistol, but losing straight after to the force bite. Renegades are going to go down 3-1 in this second half before they even get a chance to get guns in their hands, and that is not a good feeling when mousesports already had a pretty fantastic first half. Gonna have to see how much damage Renegades can do with the Glocks and whether mousesports will really give them anything. The grenades are great, and yep, there's the round. Nice and quick. 10 seconds long as mousesports make quick work of Renegades. Guns are coming through. This is the moment we've been waiting for. The Aussies' chance to keep in this series. If they lose this round, though, Harry, it's very likely we see mousesports go 14-7 up.
This is where for Renegades, similar to on Train, it can get a bit awkward if they're not able to put a round up soon, because it can very, very quickly feel like you've not even got to play your T-side game. And that's the thing, like, I know the stats for Renegades on this map are very, very close, but it does edge ever so slightly toward the T side for this team. Now, when I say ever so slightly, I mean, I think it's like 51.7% or something like that. But that can make all the difference, right? This was a very, very close game at the end of that first half. And so that extra 1%, that extra one round here or there can make all the difference to Renegades. They're sat a man up in this round. That's on the back of Dick Stacey, and now they're going to group up. They move away from the B side of the map. mousesports had just begun a rotation, but they've decided against it. Carrigan, he's got the read. He's come back to this A bomb site. Rops dealing with Malta over at short. Now they know he's in the boiler, though. And things heat up a little too quickly for poor old Rops. Dexter trying to get into the site, but Carrigan making quick work of this push, doubling down, and still not dealt with.
Yeah, Carrigan mega-minded them there with that fake rotation towards B. He was sticking to the wall to make as much noise as he could, only to sneak back right after. Woxic still in the apartments. He's wrapping back towards Boiler, though. Frozen's been smoked off in the meantime, so it's down to Woxic to really make this one happen. Kit being picked up as well. He swapped to the gun. M4 lets him get a little bit more off than just that single bullet that has to connect, do or die. Frozen waiting for his opportunity to strike, actually shooting his teammate, but he does follow up onto Sicko. More than worth its weight in gold. Now they know where Woxic is because of that team damage, and Frozen closing it out. 2 kills there on the retake, coming in from long, and mousesports do get 13 rounds. Renegades a bomb plant at least to give themselves that little bit of a semblance of money, but all that's going to do is tempt them into buying with about $4,000. That'll mean no utility, no AWP, and maybe no playoffs. A very rough position to be in for Renegades, rather, who, remember, Harry, they don't have a coach here. And as far as I'm correct me if I'm wrong, I may be, but I don't think Renegades have called a single tactical pause throughout this best-of-3 series.
No, I certainly don't recall one either. And no, we just had word from production that, we are correct in
Yikes.
that.
And I understand, you don't have a coach, you have a man looking at it, but even so, man, you sometimes just taking a break to discuss what's going wrong is the solution for everything. Renegades right now, their solution is brute force towards his B bomb site. They beat Rops to the punch, but they haven't got a smoke down for the CT spawn. Picking one up and throwing it down, but the cross is in, and the bomb plant should be coming through.
Yeah, that nade and bit of spam has already been a good return, though, for mousesports. They brought ins down to just 15 points of health, and Renegades very strapped for time to try and set these post-plant positions up. Sicko's going to go aggressive into the ruins. Falling into place behind him is Ins, holding from the coffins. Now, whether or not Mouse are ready for both players to be in ruins, we'll have to wait and see. And this AWP almost gets caught out, but what 6 second times a charm. Ins now alone, trying to deny the defuse. They hop on the bomb, and he'll get put down. A 14th round solidified for mousesports as they go into that 3v2 retake and leave it with 3 players still standing.
Yeah, giving up that B site early to Renegades' fast pistol play, but mousesports retakes once again looking so good on the CT side. That's 2 in a row now for them. 5 rounds in a row, 2 retakes in a row, thinking back to Frozen on that A site. And Renegades, they only got the pistol on this T side, and that might be their first and last round here. Got to see what this one rifle round can do. I'm very glad Renegades took that eco in the previous round. A lot of teams would have bought up with just enough to get AKs and a smoke each, but Renegades not falling for that. Would rather have everything here up against 14. Frozen getting mollied, and Carrigan burning down Dick Stacy. Damage spread across both teams, but mousesports, with everyone still alive, come off better in that trade.
A heartbreaking way to give up a man advantage as well if you're Renegades, right? Just dying to the utility down on Banana. And that's where, I love the decision as well to take only, a few pistols into that round there. But this is where you get in your own head a bit. If this one slipped through your fingers, you're going to be left thinking, oh, well, what if we had, just gone for those 2 buy rounds? We could have just thrown in what we can. We were able to get the B site. So you're really hoping that this round offers you something more than you were able to get with just those pistols. That is how you start to get in your own head a bit. And now already being a man down, they're hoping that this B bomb site once again can be the weak point, can be where they find their success. Only this time mousesports have got 3 players in this position. Chris J's arrived on rotation, so they're walking in to the more stacked of the 2, and Carrigan Ins just walks into the crosshair there and goes down. Sicko's been farmed up, and Woxic dropping Dexter. The round goes the way of Mowers, and with minimal casualties this time, not even a bomb plant for Renegades to fall back on. And that's now map, series, elimination point. mousesports arriving there, and there's 8 rounds between them and Renegades. They've got a huge buffer. The pressure is on for the Aussie squad. It's do or die. Their tournament life on the line.
Yeah, we've had some of these Danish teams be removed from the home soil, but Chad's Angels might be disappearing as well. Renegades are 1 round away from elimination. Rops fighting second mid. The confidence is in for mousesports, but maybe not just. Rops is going to get wall banged out. Chris trading for 1. Frozen stuck on a Molotov, and he's blind as well. He's going to go down, but still mousesports finding trades out of nowhere. Carrigan picking up a kill into a 3-on-2 with a bomb dropped in second mid. Woxic backs off only to reaggress. He realizes he has that package under his control. He may as well make it difficult for Renegades to get it back. 3-on-2, and Malta only just moving in from these T-apps to find that bomb. Woxic getting mollied out. Gonna just bail, realizes that at the end of the day, even if this bomb is gifted back to Renegades, where can they even go? Carrigan's pushed all the way down the bottom of Banana, and he has cut off this point of rotation towards B. Renegades, they have to go towards A here, and they don't even know that.
I love this from Carrigan as well. I imagine he's just going to hold the position over towards CT, where he can watch for this rotation back and still hold Banana. And this is perfect. This, in and of itself, should seal the fate of mousesports here. Woxic gets rid of Ins, and now Malta, Whack-a-Malta as he peeks on up. Carrigan shuts him down, and that's the series, that's the game. mousesports take it 16-7. It takes them all